Welcome to the Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show. Today we're going to make carrot cake.
Whole food, plant-based, it's the best thing for our taste. So pull up a chair and grab a plate, 'cause it's the all-free whole food plant-based cooking show.
So we're just going to hop right in. So who wants to try some carrot cake today? I know I do. So we're just going to start. What I have here is some oat flour that I just took some old-fashioned oats and ground them down in my blender. And just to let you know, the full recipe will be in the details in the link below. So we're just going to put the dry ingredients in our bowl first. And I have 3 tablespoons of flaxseed meal right here, and I'm going to pour half a cup of water into it and let it sit for a couple minutes while we're mixing our dry ingredients. And then I have some banana flour here, some green banana flour. And I'm using all of this so it's gluten-free. So I'm going to stick that in there. It's about 3/4 of a cup. And this is the green banana flour, and I'll have a link to that in the details below also. And I have some baking powder, baking soda, and cinnamon. So it's 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1½ of baking soda, and 1½ of cinnamon. So we're just going to stir those up together first. So this is a great kind of springtime recipe. I know carrot cake just kind of makes me think of spring. Okay. So now on to the wet ingredients. So I have about 2¼ cups of dates, and these are medjool dates, but you can use just regular dates, but it just needs to measure to 2¼ cups. And I have some apple cider vinegar here. That's about 1½ tablespoons. And then we're going to do a couple teaspoons of vanilla. And then I have 1½ cups of unsweetened almond milk. But you can use whatever plant milk you like. You could use coconut milk or soy milk or flax milk, whatever you choose. So we're just going to blend this up until all of the dates are pulverized and mixed together well. Okay, there we go. If you can see that, how well it's mixed. And I've already got my oven preheated to 350. So now we're just going to mix the wet ingredients into the dry. I'm going to give my flax meal a little stir and see how it's already turning gelatinous. This is what we're using instead of eggs, because we are the whole food plant-based cooking show. So we aren't using eggs or dairy. The flax meal is going to be in place of the eggs. We'll pour our wet ingredients in here. And I've already lined my 2 cake pans, 9½ or 9-inch cake pans, with parchment paper so that the cake doesn't stick. And it's much easier to plop it out of there when you get ready to frost it. So we're just going to stir this up a bit before we add the carrots. And it is a very thick recipe. It doesn't look like normal cake batter because there's a lot of water in the carrots. So if it's, if the cake batter's too runny, then when the carrots start baking, they release some of their water, and then it just turns really mushy. So this is it's just a little bit harder to mix. You just gotta use a little muscle. Okay, now we'll put our carrots in. It's about 3 cups of carrots already grated. Okay, so now we're going to spread this equally into our cake pans. So there's enough to make 2 layers. So you get that nice frosting layer in the middle. It's so iconic and pretty. So when we get our cake done, then I'll show you how to make the cream cheese frosting. Yum. Okay, there they are. Now they're going to go into the oven for anywhere from 25 to 30 minutes. You just have to watch it and test it just by touching the top. And if you can touch and push into the top a little bit and it sponges back, then you're done. Okay guys, we're back and our beautiful cakes are done, if you see, and they're nice and firm to the touch. And they're cool. So I let them out to cool because we don't want our frosting melting onto the cake. So now we're gonna put together our frosting. So what I have here are, it's 1 3/4 cup of raw cashews. And that I have soaked them, I just covered them with water and I soaked them for about 2 hours. And that's gonna allow it to make our frosting really creamy. And I have 8 medjool dates, 1/2 cup of coconut milk, 1/4 cup of lemon juice, and then we're just going to put in a teaspoon of vanilla. That's going to give it a really nice vanilla-y flavor. We're just going to blend this until it is smooth and creamy. Okay, voila, look at that creamy goodness. All right, so we're going to take one of our cakes here, gently put it on our cake pan, or our beautiful cake thing here. Okay, I'm just going to scoop it just a little bit out, just for that middle layer. And I'm going to leave the rest for the outside. We're just going to smooth that on real quick. Okay. That looks pretty good. Now we're going to put on our other layer. And it is going to smush it just a little bit, but that is okay. Now we're going to put the rest of it, we're just going to plop it right on top. And I'm not the best at frosting cakes. I'm not that skilled at it, but it still will be fine, and it tastes so good that the looks aren't quite as important once you taste it. Got to get all of that out of there so you have some nice amount of frosting. Okay. Now the secret is to getting this out to the edge and then over that edge and around. It always makes me a bit nervous that it's just gonna plop onto the counter, but it's kind of fun. Okay, so I just usually press out a little bit and let it kind of ooze over the edge a little bit, and then I smooth it to the side. Look at that, not too shabby, huh? Not too shabby. Okay, but the true test is down to the taste. So we're just gonna cut ourselves a nice little slice out of there. I don't want to ruin it, it looks so pretty. at that. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And if you can see that, you can see the layers. It looks so pretty. Oops, I need a fork. Here we go. So good. The frosting is kind of lightly tangy, lemony, and the cake is dense, but not too sweet, just how I like it. So try it out, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for another great recipe.